Hello and welcome to English, English, English. Today, I'm going to talk to you while I clean my bike. But first, I need a bucket full of cleaning supplies. A cloth, a brush, another brush for the soap, and a spray bottle. As you can see, my bike is very dirty. There's lots of dirt on it, and I don't want it to get broken, so I need to clean and maintain it. But before I hose the bike down, I'm going to take off the light and the computer. If the electronics, these are electronics, get wet, they could get ruined. Oh, the bottle is stuck there. The bottle also needs to get cleaned because it's very dirty. I also, on the back of the bike, have a bag. This bag has a pump, an extra tube for the tire, a tool. Sorry, here we go. I have a tube for the bike if I get a flat tire. I have a tool to fix anything that gets loose on the bike. This is a pump. It's electronic and it fills the air. It fills the tires with air. Then these are called levers or levers. They help take the tire off of the rim so you can put the tube in the tire. And that all goes in this little bag underneath the seat of the bike. Now the bike has all the parts off of it. I'm going to get a hose and hose it down. Be right back. We got our hose and water. Okay, now we have our water. Over there, the hose had a kink. When the hose is kinked, the water doesn't come out. Hey. Now, I put my thumb over the hose so the water has more pressure. We want to spray all the dirt off of the bike. Now this side is clean. We're going to turn the bike around and spray the other side. I'm going to ride my bike tomorrow, so I want the bike to be clean so that nothing breaks when I'm on the ride. I don't want to be riding my bike and get stuck in the middle of nowhere with no help. Plus, the bike looks better when it's clean. Now the bike is rinsed off. I'm going to put soap in the bucket and I'm going to fill the bucket with water. Now, the soap and water is all bubbly and foamy. Now, let's clean the bike. We got our brush that goes on your hand like a mitten. I'll start on this side and I'll soap it up. When you rub it by hand, it gets a lot more of the dirt off. When you spray with the water, it just gets dirt and debris or stuff on the surface. So the easy stuff to clean off. When you have this, you can scrub and push and make sure you get all of the pieces and dirt off. Now, let's clean the other side. I rode my bike 2 days ago. When riding my bike, I tried a new trail around here, a new path that I haven't done before. When I was on the trail at the beginning, the trail was very nice. It was very clean. It had a good road. It wasn't bumpy. And then the further I got into the trail, it got more overgrown, lots of grass and weeds and trees that have fallen over. But I kept going. Then, when I was in the trail, I got to a spot where it was full of water. So the only way to go forward was through the water. And I was too far into my bike ride to go back. So I thought, I'll go forward, maybe it will get better. So I had to take my bike and I carried it and I went around the water and through the forest. I had to pass a creek and I stepped in water and got my whole foot and leg wet going through the creek. But it's okay. So I kept riding my bike and the trail kept getting worse. It looks like it was a trail for an ATV. If you don't know what an ATV is, it's this. ATV stands for all-terrain vehicle. It has 4 wheels and it can go off-road. It doesn't need a trail. It can go through the grass, the water, the dirt. But this trail was made for ATVs. And I don't think these trails have been used in a long time. So this bike is not an ATV. So the trails were really, really bad. Very dirty, very muddy. Lots and lots of rocks and hills. Hills I had to go all the way up. Some of them I had to walk beside my bike to get to the top. But near the end of the trail, there was a spot that had water and rocks and dirt, and I was riding pretty fast. And then there was a hole the size of my tire. And when I was riding like this, my front wheel went in the hole and I went over the handlebars. The wheel stopped and I went like this, straight over into the dirt, face first in the dirt. I was on the ground like this, covered in dirt, and there was so many bugs flying around. I have a ton of bites on my head, my neck, my back from the bugs. So when that happened, I just wanted to go home. I was done. I didn't want to ride my bike anymore. But I was in the middle of nowhere. I was lost. I was on a new trail. So I had to keep going. Luckily, I eventually found a road that was paved and smooth. It was like this. It was nice. And I took that all the way home. So now, that's why my bike is so dirty. I have this brush so that I can clean in where the gears are. So this is the chain, and these are the gears. The gears can get full of dirt and grease. And then when you're biking, it's hard to shift or change gears. So if you scrub and clean the gears, then you can change a lot easier. Now that the bike is clean and scrubbed, let's hose off any more soap. Now the other side. Now the bike is clean. I'm going to use this cloth or towel, and I'm going to dry the whole bike off. The bike is clean. What do you think? Does it look better than before? I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.